I had a perfect opportunity this morning to test out the Adobe Express Stylize This PDF. Just generated a sheet of barcode labels from Amazon, and I want it to have our logo on it, and I don't want the EnviroClean spelled in lowercase. So I'm actually going to take this over to Adobe Express. We're going to try two things. We're going to try adding a grayscale icon of the company logo and using the find and replace to retype EnviroClean in all caps. So that opened up pretty quickly. Let's see. Amazing. It was able to read the barcode without any distortion. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click in this cell, double click here and highlight EnviroClean. I'm going to go down to the more and click find and replace. And I'm going to just type in EnviroClean in all caps. Well, look at that. My all caps was already on. There we go. And I'm going to say replace all. Honky dory. Oh my God. Well, now look what happened. I didn't put in a space. So not to worry. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to add a space and say replace all. Yay! And now we have a space. Okay, so we're going to close up. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to add the EnviroClean logo. I don't. What if we right shift up? Now wouldn't that be wonderful? Can I adjust? If I could select them. Oh my God. Is that a possibility? Let's see. Select all. I don't think alignment is an option. Yes, alignment is not an option yet. That would have been wonderful. So we're going to let the alignment stay the way it is because I am not going to click that many times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to grab it. Now this is going to get to be a bit repetitive, but there is a quick way to do it. So we're going to just set one. Gonna make it all nice and tiny. And let's see, where can it fit? It's a good question, guys. Really want it on here somewhere. Like, wouldn't that be perfect? Okay. And if you need to get super tiny, then you just enlarge your workspace. Okay. So we're gonna hold the shift bar down. So we have to drag and get to where we were working. There we are. The resolution is really clear on that grayscale. That makes me very happy. Can't bring it front. Interesting. And I can't send this back. It's not wrong. Well, that's a honky dory. So let's see. Maximum show the layers. Is the sheet locked? No. There you go. Nope. It's still not behind it. It makes me quite sad, guys. So that is something for us to point out. But for right now, it's going to go right there. What I'm going to do is we're going to knock it out. if I remember correctly, let's zoom out. I think there's only 3 rows. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to duplicate one more time. And so now that we've got 2 rows done and we've grouped that, we're able to just duplicate that grouping, right, down to our next set. And I love these lines that pop up. The pink line lets you know if you're lined up. And if you have a hard time with that, like me, because I've got hand issues, you can always select again and check your positioning, right? So we see it's touching the end in, and I don't want it to touch the end. I'm just gonna beat that up just a little bit right there. And let's look this other one, the other set. Let's bump that up just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Okay. So now we got that set, and then I'm gonna grab this set and make a whole new group and duplicate that. Okay. And so then we bring this down. So line tells us where we are. I use my arrow keys just to bump it up. And see, just the smidge was the tiniest bit off, and it picked it up. Okay, now I don't need to group this last set because I only have 1 block left to do. So I'm just going to take this last grouping, just those, that's all I need. And I'm going to duplicate that because I only have 2 sets of labels left to do. Okay, so now we're clear over the end. Check, tiny smidge. All right, so now we've got our custom barcode labels. That's pretty awesome. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this barcode 5-pound 3-pack. Then I'm gonna go over the file name, rename 5-pound 3-pack barcode. Okay. And so then I need this as a PDF. So then I'll be downloading it again as a PDF. So it's pretty easy. I like that. You guys give it a try. Let me know how it works for you. Bye.